So you're getting a lot more raw and more rocky, but you've also said now you've got a piano, you're writing with piano rather than guitar. How does that differ?
It it differs because I'm not very good at the piano, and I find myself doing things that pianists wouldn't do because I'm not a pianist. You know, I have written sort of 3 or 4, maybe 5 songs on the piano now, and yeah, they're very ballad orientated because that's just as soon as I start trying to, I just get lost. But I did some writing with a couple of guys the other day, and I bought a piece that I'd written on the piano, and he was a pianist and had been for like 11, 12 years, and he was like, I will just never do that. I'll never in a million years do what you're doing. And I was only doing it because I'm not a trained pianist. I didn't know what the norm was and where you should and shouldn't really be going. Just did this thing, and it was like he couldn't get his head around it for ages, and I was like, come on, it's that's the timing of it. And he's like, it's like a guitar piece on a piano, which is good, but I'm loving what's coming out of the piano.
Does that kind of push you in a different direction because you don't know what you should be doing?
Yeah, I think so, definitely. And I'm glad that I'm not as good on guitar as I should be, because I've been playing for nearly 18 years, and Lorenzo is about 18 times better than me and has been playing 7 years.
He is awesome.
He's amazing.
He's
I couldn't do
awesome.
1/1,000,000th of the stuff he does, or no 1 minute, but as soon as I figured out that all I needed was a good set, I just needed to learn chords. And as soon as I'd done that, I could start writing songs. So technique and all this kind of stuff went out the window, and soloing and all that kind of rubbish. I just went out the window. And the thing is, if you know your instrument too well, or you're too bogged down, or too aware of the technicalities of it and the technical side of why this is sounding like that, and then your writing becomes very kind of formulaic, I think. It can do, and you're a bit of a robot. All these session players, there's no life and soul in their playing because they're too good, at their instrument. They're just robots, and they're just doing that. So I'm glad that my playing's messy, and because it helps me write songs.
You get a fresher kind of sound out.
Yeah, that sounds bad.
Not really. It makes perfect sense to me, but then I'm not a music professional either. So when you're writing songs, is it an intuition that you get that perhaps this one's a bit special, or this one's going to work really well, or is it when somebody outside the writing process actually hears it?
It's a good point. I mean, I think personally, I know when it's good and when it's not, and it's upsetting when other people don't think that. But then again, that's only someone's opinion. That's the thing with music. It's like, it's so hard to say what a great song is and what a great song isn't, because Speed of Sound by Coldplay is one of my favourite songs, but there are people in the world who think it's absolute shit, and it's like, but that's their opinion. That's absolutely fair enough. But I truly believe that I know when something special's happened. I'm usually like.
So, going on to fan base a little bit, you've got this following worldwide now. So do you think that maybe with the next album, do you think you'll consider taking that on tour abroad?
Definitely. The thing was that I just wanted to really set myself up here first, to give myself a really good launch pad. Plus, I need to. I think with the first album, it's a silly move to go straight away abroad, because I think although this is the 4th or 5th album that I've written, it's my first one in the public domain, so I've got a lot of learning to do, and a lot of development, a lot of changes to be made, and I think it would have been silly to go, hey everyone, look at this, because it's not. I don't think it was ready. It's for the world. I don't think I'm ready for that yet. I think I need to have another album before I, to really develop myself and then go. I think that's the way it happens with a lot of people, that they'll have an album and it goes well here, so then they go, okay, we'll do it again, and then it's going well here, see if they like it. Oh, they do like it, or they don't like it, come back in your hole, keep writing. Sometimes it just works, like One Direction, no brainer. Get them to the US, and it works. And again, Leona Lewis, it happened for her. It happens, you know. Adele, 21, was the one that happened over there for her. 19 happened here in a big way. I mean, yeah, she had some success over there too, I think, with it. But the real major global success was with her second album. So, and it's a real test of ability, a second album.
So going on from that, you have said that ultimately you want to crack America, as probably most artists do. Is there any kind of place, it's a big place, so is there anywhere there that you're drawn to?
I don't know. My dad's always said that I'd go down well in Canada. You know, it's like Alanis Morissette, Michael Bublé.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't see why not having Lynne.
Well, if we did a little bit of research, knowing kind of some of your pastimes, we found that actually San Diego has 32 skate parks. It's the skate park capital of the world. Do you think that might influence you a little bit?
Absolutely, yeah, absolutely. I did a gig with a girl from San Diego once called Renata Youngblood, hence the song Youngblood.
Youngblood. Oh, that's where that came from. Cool, very cool. Couple of last questions then. We've heard that you kind of prefer to take things one day at a time. You try not to look too far into the future, but there must be times when you kind of stop and you project your mind into the future. What kind of image do you have of yourself in a few years' time?
I mean, I really don't know. It's one of those things. Like I never kind of imagined where I'd be. But I always knew sort of deep down inside me that on some level I'd be a musician, or that I just wanted to be a successful recording artist. And now I've been given the opportunity to make that happen for myself. I'm always a bit freaked out. I mean, I've got huge dreams, Lynne, like huge, you know, world domination and all that kind of stuff. But like I say, just take one day at a time and just shoot for the stars.
Well, from a fan's perspective, the Cardle effect is now well known worldwide. People meet the Cardle and it's like they're instantly converted. So I think you've got a good basis there.
Thank you.
The tour merchandise is going down really, really well. The feedback we're seeing from fans is that they absolutely love it.
Yeah.
And as obviously now your face is very large on a lot of teenagers' walls and some not so teenager walls.
Yeah.
Who was your pin-up when you were a kid, when you were young?
When I was young, with Kurt Cobain, strangely enough. I never had any girls on my wall. I don't know why. It took me a long time to have that. But then it was just like every page from FHM. So there's just a whole load of girls.
Who was your celebrity crush then?
Then, I liked Jet from Gladiators. It's pathetic, but it's true.
Well, thank you very much. It's been really, really interesting talking to you. Thank you for taking the time.
Thank you so much.
On behalf of everybody at the Matt Cardle Appreciation Group, we assure you of our continued love and support, and we're watching you as the future unfolds.
Thank you so much for everything. Thank you.